Thank you for watching Retro Tech. Please like and subscribe. Shh.
Hello again, everybody. I'm Steve, and welcome back to Retro Tech. So today I've just got a really relaxed episode. I had quite the weekend, and I had a huge haul of monitors. Well, not gigantic, but pretty good size. A total of what looks to be about 8 monitors, and I was going to just show you what I got in, talk to you about how I came to be in possession of these, and I'll tell you that story because it's a pretty good hunt story. I also got plans for these, and we'll kind of walk through those, but there's a lot of different monitors here. First one is this one, but we'll finish at that one. Now I'm just going to walk around here and kind of show you some of these other monitors that I got, because like I said, it was kind of a larger haul. Alright, so first I want to start with these monitors over here. These are all 14 inches. This first one down here is a 1401. It is from the early 2000s, like 2004. And very simple, no knobs, just a couple buttons. And the reason is this one, unfortunately, is one of the basic models. You can see there's a lot less hardware inside there, and it's only doing S-video and composite video on this monitor. You'll notice that the shell is taken off. This one and 3 others of these 14-inch monitors. I'll kind of tell you about that. I didn't do that. That's the way they came to me. I do have the metal shelves, but they just were taken off. So this second monitor right here, it does do RGB as well as component. It is a 1351Q, and that's pretty much identical almost to the 1354Q, which is similar to the 1353. It's a very good 13-inch monitor screen. It does, again, component as well as RGB, and this one too has the shell off. This one's from 96, so this one will be getting a capacitor kit put into it for its geometry before it's ready to go. But I'm just going to show you some of these other ones because these are some of the more interesting monitors. We've got first a 14M4U, and this one too had the shell taken off. It's from 2000, but this one is missing the power unit. The whole power board is just pulled out of this, and it's not to be seen. So that's what I'm thinking happened. Somebody who maybe wasn't completely familiar with how to service these needed the power board from this 14M4 and took it out of it and left, you know, this was the one that matched. I'm guessing they went to the other 2 monitors first to check and see if those ones would match, and it didn't. For whatever reason, they needed the power boards. They took it out of that one because there's the shells down there. And the last 2 monitors on here, so, well, back to that 14M4, this is going to need that power board, but I'm confident that this one will work, and that's actually an 800 line monitor, so that's a really high resolution for a PVM. The other 2 monitors here, now these are something. These are Ikegamis from the late 80s, 1987. These are shadow mask tubes, and obviously this one on the top has some severe screen burn, and these were in use for a long time at the studio where I got these from. And I actually got these from well, the story is a subscriber and viewer named Adam called me. Well, first he emailed me, and then we exchanged some information, but he had been searching for monitors for a long time in the area. He's in Tennessee and reached out to hundreds of places and eventually got a response back from a TV studio in Chattanooga, which is about 2 hours, maybe a little bit longer than that from here. And they said they had some, and they'd gladly give them to us. Now, like I said, when you do this stuff, these ones can't be assumed to be in, when you get these, you got to be careful. You don't want to go offering somebody money for these, because obviously some of these are just going to be crap. Like this tube's not going to be usable on this top Ikegami. My hope is that I can pretty much use the parts from these 2 and get one good working, because this one down here will definitely need a pretty much 100% capacitor replacement to, well, most of the capacitors, especially in the power board and around any kind of the heat sinking areas. So may need some additional things changed too in that to get this one working, but I'd really like to have one of these working because it's a cool monitor. It's from the 80s and it should be saved if possible. I'll show you the back of it here because it actually is a cool monitor. It has, again, composite lines, but then it does have RGB and sync, so it will do 240p very nicely, kind of similar to a Panasonic would from the era, the JVC monitor. So those are just those two. Again, definitely going to be a longer project on this. It's a really old monitor. And then I've got two more over here, which you saw at the beginning, and these are ones that are pretty much ready to go. The one on the left is a 1351Q, exactly like the other one from 96. It's working great. It has perfect geometry for the most part, but it's still going to get a capacitor replacement to help, you know, extend its life and be ready to go. And then this one is interesting. It is a JVC 9-inch monitor, and I'll take you around the back in a second, but I really love the aesthetics on here with this metal look, and it's unfortunately only a composite monitor too, but it works great. And the crazy thing about it is it's actually the oldest of them all. The monitor is from 1985, but there's a look at the back of it and the back of the 51Q.
Now it's time for some screen demo action. Today I'm going to be showing the 1351Q model of a Sony PVM. Obviously we're using a Super Nintendo with SCART output that's been adapted over to BNC for RGB, and that's what we'll be using to display our picture on this monitor. The monitor does have 450 TV lines of resolution, which is the lowest for Sony PVMs that are in 14-inch formats. They did make lower ones for smaller monitors that were 8 and 9 inches, but this will be pretty much the lowest count line resolution for an RGB PVM style monitor that's 14 inches. It still has a very sharp picture and again works great with any older analog video format. I highly recommend this model to anybody who's looking to get started and has very little knowledge on Sony PVMs or CRTs in general. It's very easy to hook up. There is a full service menu with geometry and color calibration settings available through the buttons on the front of this monitor, so you don't even have to open up the shell unless you need to make a major adjustment or repair. So now I need to replace the geometry capacitors on these two 51Q models, and then I will be announcing a sale auction of these, and we're going to try to sell these through the YouTube channel. We're not going to mess around with eBay. These will be fully serviced and professionally calibrated and be available to you at a lower cost than what you would have to pay on eBay. I figure these monitors will be worth between $250 to $300 after they've been serviced, maybe a little bit more with the capacitor replacements. So next I'll be doing some videos on repair and calibration for these two monitors, and then we're going to go ahead and get that auction started. So be on the lookout. I'll have a special huge announcement on the channel. Thanks again for watching Retro Tech, and have a wonderful day.